Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today I thought I'd talk a little bit about a cool new tool that's going around on the internet at the moment, and that's called ChatGPT. Now, this is an artificial intelligence tool that uses natural language to let you query it and then get results back. Now, I know I'm saying artificial intelligence. I would actually argue that it's actually machine learning, but that's something we may look at later. The majority of today's script, I've actually written it using ChatGPT. What I did is I asked it a series of questions about itself, and what I'm going to do is actually read the responses to you. Now, I might add some occasional commentary in here. I mean, that commentary though, it's just not scripted, so we'll see how we go along. Once I've finished reading out what ChatGPT has written, I'm going to switch over to my iPad and then we'll do some demonstration questions. So the first question that I asked, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI capable of generating text in a human-like manner. It can answer questions, write essays, or even generate creative writing among other tasks that involve text generation. Now, a little bit of commentary. Don't take the answers it gives you as being true. I've found in some of my testing there is quite a bit of inaccuracy in there. You know, it's only as good as what information goes into it. So just be aware of that. How I'm using this is for my tricky little questions videos. I used to start off by going to Wikipedia. Now, instead, what I'm doing is I'm going to ChatGPT first, and then I'm using that as a springboard to launch into other websites where I can actually validate what I'm being told. And that's how I'm doing a lot of my research. Quite enjoying it. Anyway, back to the questions. Question 2. How does it work? ChatGPT uses a deep learning technique called transformer, which is a type of neural network architecture that is particularly well suited to processing sequential data such as text. It has been trained on a massive amount of text data from the internet and uses that knowledge to generate new text that is similar to the input it has seen in the past. When you input a prompt, ChatGPT processes the text and generates a response based on the patterns it has learned from the training data. This generated response is then returned to the user. The model continues to improve its response generation as it is exposed to more and more diverse text data. Now, I don't know if you noticed there, I was really struggling reading out that. The sentences are very long. They're certainly not built with speech in mind. Next question. How big was the training set? The training set used to train the original version of ChatGPT was a massive corpus of text data totaling around 45 terabytes of information. This large dataset allowed the model to learn a wide range of language patterns and styles, making it capable of generating text that is diverse and human-like. Next question. How long did it take to train? The training of the original version of ChatGPT took several days on a large number of GPUs. The exact amount of time it took to train the model would depend on the specific hardware and computational resources used. Additionally, the training time for subsequent versions of the model and other similar models may differ due to improvements in hardware and training algorithms. Now, in here it talks about the original version. We're currently on version number 3, I believe it is, and they're already working on ChatGPT version number 4, which has got an even larger data set that it uses to train on. My next question, what hardware is used? The training of large language models like ChatGPT typically requires a significant amount of computational resources, including GPUs. The exact hardware used can vary, but popular choices for training deep learning models include NVIDIA GPUs and Tensor Processing Units, TPUs, from Google. The use of multiple GPUs in parallel can greatly speed up the training process allowing for larger models to be trained in a shorter amount of time. Cloud providers such as Amazon Web Services (AWS), Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure also offer GPU instances that can be used for training large language models. Next question. How accurate is ChatGPT? The accuracy of ChatGPT depends on several factors, including the quality of the training data, the specific fine-tuning that has been done, the complexity of the task, and the input given to the model. In general, ChatGPT, as a large language model, has the potential to provide high accuracy for many natural language processing tasks, especially when fine-tuned on task-specific data. However, like any machine learning model, it is not perfect and may produce errors, misinterpret the input, or generate outputs that are not accurate, relevant, or suitable for the intended use. To ensure the highest level of accuracy, it is important to evaluate and validate the model on a well-curated evaluation set and monitor its performance over time. So this is like I said earlier, you can't guarantee the result you're going to get. And whatever you do, I would say do not rely on the answers you get. Maybe use them, like I do, as a starting point. Next question. What can ChatGPT be used for? ChatGPT can be used for a wide range of natural language processing tasks, such as text generation, such as creative writing, news articles, or chat conversations, question answering, providing information on a wide range of topics, text classification, categorizing text into predefined classes, text summarization, condensing long pieces of text into shorter versions, translation, converting text from one language to another, sentiment analysis, determining the sentiment expressed in a piece of text, dialogue management, building conversational AI systems such as chatbots. It can also be fine-tuned on specific domains or tasks to provide more personalized and accurate responses. My next question. Why should I use ChatGPT? You may consider using ChatGPT for the following reasons. 1. Capability. As a large language model, ChatGPT has the capability to perform a wide range of natural language processing tasks with high accuracy, such as text generation, question answering, text classification, text summarizations, and more. 2. Customization. ChatGPT can be fine-tuned on specific domains or tasks to provide more personalized and accurate responses, making it suitable for various use cases. 3. Scalability. ChatGPT is highly scalable, allowing you to process large amounts of text data in a relatively short amount of time. 4. Ease of use. You can use pre-trained models or fine-tune existing models on your own data with relatively little effort, making it accessible to people with a wide range of technical backgrounds. 5. Cost-effectiveness. Compared to traditional NLP development approaches, using pre-trained language models like ChatGPT can be a more cost-effective solution as it saves time and resources that would be required to train your own models from scratch. So that was all the questions I asked it. I thought it was quite interesting. Now remember, it's important that you evaluate the suitability of ChatGPT for your specific use case and make sure you carefully consider any limitations or risks associated with its use. We've seen what ChatGPT has to say about itself. Let's switch over now to the iPad and we'll do a live demo. Here we are on the iPad. I'm using Safari to access this, so it's something that's easily accessible from most web browsers. So I've logged in And the first thing it's given me is to say that this is a free research preview. I'm going to step through, hit next, give some information there about how it collects data and about feedback. So here we are. This is the main ChatGPT window. What we've got is some examples at the bottom here. Just going to move the screen up slightly because my bar here, which shows the keyboard, is obscuring this a little bit. We've got there a box where we can input text. What I'm going to do is enter a number of questions into this box. I'm not going to read out the responses. I'll give you a few seconds to look at it. The idea is this is just a quick demo. So let's put in the first question. I'm going to paste it in. I've actually got these in a document to make it easier. Who is Gary Eves? So really wanting to know about myself here. I'm not going to edit all of this so you can actually see the amount of time it takes to get a response. You know, here it's saying, well, I don't know who Gary Eves is. Wouldn't expect it to, but I thought it's worthwhile to try that. So my next question, let's paste this in. What is the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything? It's thinking. There we go. So it knows it's a quote from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's telling us about it. You know, nice, succinct. Now, we've just asked about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, if I can paste this in, there we go. Who is the author? Not giving it any more information. It knows the previous question was about The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so it's telling us who the author is. And then, final question on this stream. If I get this right, paste that in. What books has he written? So we get a bibliography, hopefully. So there's a bit about Douglas Adams's books. Let's switch now to a slightly different stream. The question, how big is the Empire State Building? So we've completely switched our streams, it's picked that up, and it's told us there a little bit about the Empire State Building. My next question, which buildings are bigger? Let's see how it does with that, because I've worded it a bit weird, haven't I? So there we've got a list there, the top 5 biggest buildings. Switching question streams again, if I can press the right buttons on my keyboard. What is the oldest language in the world? I'm hoping this one might confuse it. Let's see. Well, I'm quite surprised about that. As I've said, I'm not editing the speed of this. I'm leaving it as it's coming out of the system. You know, we're finding out there, you know, it was a fairly obscure question. Last question I'm going to ask it, and I'm going to ask it what I think, personally, is quite a hard question. Let's just get the mouse over there so I can paste this in. Right, so let's paste this in. What is quantum theory? Very technical subject, this. Let's see what it gives us. So there it's given us a fairly detailed response for that very, very vague question. And if I was going to be writing a video for tricky questions about this, this is how I would start. I would say, what is, and then whatever it is. So what is quantum theory? I'd read through this answer, and it might prompt other questions, which I'd jot down on my piece of paper. But then I would ask the question of ChatGPT, and I might go on like that for 5 or 10 minutes. What I always do, I should have said this before, shouldn't I? So once I've asked a question, let me get the mouse on here again. I make sure that I highlight the question, copy it and paste it into my working document, and then also the answer. So I'll highlight it and copy and paste. Then I'll ask the next question. It's a good way to get this really overview picture, and then once I've got that, I can dig deeper into very specific areas if I need to get more information. So it's just a very, very quick demo of what you can do with ChatGPT. I hope you found this video interesting. I really did. When I look at the power of ChatGPT, I can really see this growing over time. Now, at the moment, I've got a free account. Chances are at some time, the ChatGPT, they'll start charging. And that's something to be aware of and look at as it goes forward. I've also seen various reports at the moment, companies like Microsoft, Google, and chances are other companies, they're all working on their own version of these AI chat systems. So there's going to be more to come. And as we get more of these, as the power grows, I can only see the results we get to be more accurate and really to be more finely tuned for our particular needs. What are your thoughts on this? Do you like the idea of this machine learning, this AI systems that are coming along? Please drop your comments down below. What do you think the benefits are? What do you think may be worrying about them? I'd love to start a conversation on this because this is an area I think it's really, we're talking cutting edge stuff at the moment. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.